Please rise if you are able and remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the UMass Boston Police and Public Safety Department.
Good morning. I'm Associate Professor Timothy Oleksiak, Chair of the UMass Boston Faculty Council, the governing body of faculty on our campus. Please join me in welcoming our Chancellor, Marcelo Suarez Orozco.
Greetings and good morning. I offer my welcome and declare the undergraduate portion of the 58th commencement exercise of the University of Massachusetts, Boston, officially open. I invite those who are able and not already standing to please rise for the national anthem sung by Zachary McBen, an undergraduate student who graduates today.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Zachary, and thank you to our members of the UMass Boston Police and Public Safety Department. We appreciate all that you do to keep our campus safe, and we're proud to have you with us here today. Please be seated. Congratulations, class of 2026. Today, we celebrate you and your many accomplishments. There are so many inspiring success stories. This year, our student body is comprised of nearly 16,000 students representing over 133 countries and speaking 70 different languages. More than half of our undergraduates are first-generation students. If you are the first person in your family to earn a college degree, please rise as you're able or wave to be recognized. You may be seated. We also recognize your classmates who cannot be here with us because they are called to active duty as members of the United States Armed Forces. Many members of our graduating classes, their guests here today, have served or are serving in the United States in a service branch. We are grateful for your sacrifices. We are asking you who are serving or are veterans, please rise as you're able or wave to be recognized. Thank you. Thank you for your service. You may be seated. I'd like to recognize all who have worked so hard to make this special day a reality. No ceremony of this size, of this scope, just happens. And I am so grateful to my colleagues for all they have done to prepare for today's commencement ceremony. Please join me, give it up for them, for all the workers, all the staff folk that have made this day possible. The journey you've taken and the university itself would not exist without the faculty that has been UMass Boston's calling card since our university first opened. There are many members here with us today, and I know this is one of the most satisfying days for them. Please give them a round of applause. They deserve it. I am pleased to welcome Elizabeth West, representing our Alumni Association. We also welcome, sorry, I need some water. We also welcome our UMass Board of Trustee members who are here with us today. Trustee Mary Burns, Abigail Raymond, Marcy Williams, Joseph Sullivan, and Charles Wu. Give it up for the trustees. Let me recognize the Honorable Edward J. Markey, Senator from the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts, who will shortly deliver our commencement address. Beacons, you did it. You made it. You earned it. And in a few minutes, we will officially confer your degrees. And you will transition from being students to alumni of the brilliant University of Massachusetts, Boston. Class of 2026. to your families, friends, parents, comadres, compadres, abuelitas, and anyone in your communities who have supported you along the way. Welcome to UMass Boston. We're honored to celebrate the class of 2026 with you. Please stand as you can or wave. Your support has been the quiet, stubborn ethos behind our graduates' achievements. Please stand to be recognized. You may be seated. Tomorrow, life after UMass Boston begins. The career paths you see for yourselves are out there, waiting to be traversed. The problems you hope to solve are out there, waiting for your insights. The ideals you want to fight for are out there, waiting for your passion. And everything you've experienced at UMass Boston, the classroom discussions you've enlivened, the beautiful friendships you've made, the moments of rebellion you felt, the times you stepped out of your comfort zones, all of it has prepared you for tomorrow. Your job now is to trust it and to use it for the common good. Graduates, as you stand at this momentous threshold, I want to offer a few very brief reflections on some of the challenges critical to our Commonwealth and our world, and what you, the UMass Boston class of 2026, can do to solve them. First, the problem of democratic resilience in an age of post-truth. We live in a world of growing disinformation, distrust of science, devaluing of higher education, of your degrees, and of overpromises of AI without a full reckoning of its threats. These amount to the fundamental threats to the practice of democratic citizenship, testing our resolve and sense of purpose, straining our civility. Civility, in the original sense, is citizens coming together for the public good. It is essential to tackle the challenges of our times. Higher education, your degrees, scaffold cognitive, metacognitive, socio-emotional sensibilities, and reaffirms the values and the virtues that shape the world you aspire to create. At UMass Boston, we value the pursuit of truths, the building of democratic resilience, and the honoring of human dignity, which embraces all backgrounds, all lived experiences, all worldviews. Second, climate is an unsettling reality, marked by extreme weather events, including flooding right here in Dorchester Bay. Look behind me, and on Morrissey Boulevard. Look in front of us. We see coastal erosion and sea level rise, biodiversity loss, and public health risks. It is happening now. It is happening right here. It is a threat that lives right here in our own backyard. In this harbor city, its wicked impacts affect our health, our wellness, our economic future, and the livelihood of every individual, family, and community in Boston and beyond. Right here on this peninsula, Dorchester Bay, we too, like millions of folk in every hemisphere, now live, study, work, love in a fragile ecosystem. So, what do we do now? As you know, Our country is celebrating its semi-quincentennial on July 4th. 250 years ago, no one knew what democracy was or what the system of governance we now call democracy would ever exist. It wasn't in anyone's neural pathways. It wasn't in anyone's socio-emotional architecture. It began here, in the neural pathways, in the hearts, in the guts of ordinary people rising to claim agency, dignity, freedom. It began with our ordinary citizens finding their voices and doing extraordinary things. The strength of this democracy, which was born here in Boston Harbor, in our Commonwealth, across America, depends on the fervor of our dissent and the power of our engagement in the public good. Every educated, informed citizen is a beacon of knowledge, of innovation for the public good. That is the oxygen that fuels thriving democracy. We know how this works in real time. People, institutions are fighting back in many ways, using the levers of democracy, organizing, educating, advocating, lobbying, protesting, planning, taking action, most importantly, voting, in towns, in cities, regions, throughout our Commonwealth, throughout our country. Yesterday, we heard from an undergraduate commencement speaker, first woman mayor of the great city of light, the mayor of Paris, Ana Maria Hidalgo, transform that city into a green city, into a place of freedom and sustainability and resilience. She showed us, mobilized the citizens of that iconic city to plant trees, replace lots with parks, playgrounds, open bicycle lanes, and develop some of the world's most ambitious climate resilience plans. And today, you will hear from our undergraduate commencement speaker, United States Senator from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Edward Markey, who has worked tirelessly on so many domains to protect our workers, to protect our Commonwealth in all kinds of domains, including auto emissions. In 2023, leaders in Boston and the Commonwealth introduced the Resilient Mass Plan, an all-of-government approach to spearheaded by the nation's first cabinet-level chief of climate in our Commonwealth, Chief Melissa Hoffer. Resilient Math has since enacted measures to integrate climate resilience, citizenship, mitigation efforts across all departments, all agencies, to improve public health, housing, transportation, and economic development. And right here at UMass Boston, among the scholarly challenges in our UMass Boston strategic plan for the times is climate equity and urban coastal resilience. This means that many of our academic programs are designed to advance understanding of climate and to generate pragmatic solutions that support our gorgeous coastal resilience, our Dorchester Bay, our iconic city of Boston, our Commonwealth. Through basic and translational research, through innovation in teaching, in service, and in practice. Think about it. Each of these initiatives, and so many others, involve our citizens at every level, from our mayors, legislators, activists, indigenous youth, faith leaders, educators, NGOs, representatives, students who know that it is on all of us to turn the tide on climate. All of us, especially the next generation, especially the class of UMass Boston 2026. This is no time for cynicism and inaction. This is your time. This is your time. I will offer you words that resonate across generations. They were said at the March on Washington in 1963 by the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., who spoke of the fierce urgency of now, a passionate call to his fellow Americans to act on civil rights. Your now has arrived. It is your time, and there is so much to do. Beacons, go out and fix what needs fixing. Share your learning, share your wisdom, share your big heart with your communities, with our world. On this life-changing day, take everything that UMass Boston has offered you. Go out with it into the world, fiercely, boldly, and never forget that all of us at UMass Boston will love you and honor you for doing just that. Thank you and congratulations to the UMass Boston class of 2026. Finally, a personal, heartfelt request. Please, please, por favor, please, stay to the end of the ceremony so we can honor the graduates who come at the end of the line, and they will have the same recognition as those coming at the beginning of the line. So, por favor, stay with your warm heart. The show will not disappoint you. It is now my privilege to introduce Trustee Joseph Sullivan to bring greetings on behalf of the University of Massachusetts Board of Trustees.
Thank you to our Chancellor, Marcello. You know, his commitment, his leadership, his encouragement to all of you, just in the words that he's spoken, but also to all of us on the Board of Trustees. He is a true educational leader who cares deeply and passionately, not only about today, but about every day, in terms of how he can move UMass Boston forward. And I might add as well that Marcello, he's a handsome guy. I mean, I think he could be in the movies. He's never going to leave UMass Boston, but he might be able to get into a movie star role at some point. And I want to just thank Marcello for his leadership, and let's give it up for your Chancellor, please. So I'm fortunate as well to be a graduate of the University of Massachusetts system many years ago. But I know the quality of this system continues not only to exist, but to become better. By the way, I went to that other school about 90 miles west of here. Senator Markey, to our Chancellor, to our Provost, to the members of the faculty, alumni, family, friends, distinguished guests, and to the members of the class of 2026, on behalf of the University of Massachusetts Board of Trustees, we are so pleased to welcome you to this celebration. I want to make a note in terms of our speaker today, Ed Markey, Senator Ed Markey. I've known him for many years. I and other trustees have had many opportunities to chat with him about the importance of education, not only K to 12, but higher education as well. And he has championed and strengthened public higher education throughout his career because Senator Markey recognizes the societal value of high-quality research and scholarship taking place right here at UMass Boston. And he appreciates the amazing students who will graduate today and those who will come after you in terms of your achievements and your desire to succeed. The faculty he appreciates as well, and all those who make UMass Boston cook. I want to add as well that of the 5 campuses that we're fortunate to have in the UMass system, you should know that this is the most beautiful graduating setting of all of our campuses. I want to recognize and thank your trustee, Abigail Raymond, your classmate, for her outstanding service to the UMass Board. Abigail's contributions to the board's work was always focused on providing UMass students with the best academic and campus experiences possible, and she was your light. She was your beacon for every beacon along the way. Abigail, I know, wants to be an urban planner. Perhaps she'll be able to respond to what the Chancellor said in terms of sea level rising and all, and we can't wait for her next step and the future that she'll have. She's a superstar. Give it up for Abigail. As was mentioned, but I want to mention it again as well, 3 other trustees are with me today, Marcy Williams, Mary Burns, as well as Charlie Wu. They've got a tremendous amount of experience and care deeply about what we're trying to accomplish here with the Board of Trustees, working with all of our chancellors. And I can assure you that we are focused on making the University of Massachusetts as a system as strong and as vital as it can be for the benefit of all of our students. Over 70,000 students in the UMass system. Our goal is to provide access and opportunity to everyone and to propel our students forward because we recognize that each of you has chosen to come to this beautiful campus here at UMass Boston to grow and to learn, and we as a university system need to respond in kind. You've learned from a world-class faculty, you've been supported by your families, and those 2 pillars, both academic and family, all encouraged you along the way because they believed in you, and they also believed in you. Now, you're going to get a lot of advice, and I won't go on much, but I want to add just one word of encouragement, perhaps just a small token of advice. I spent 34 years in the public space, enjoyed every one of those opportunities. But one of the things that I kept thinking about was what should I be thinking about next from a standpoint of a professional experience and opportunity. And the term that I would always think about in my mind was to stay fresh. Stay fresh. And by that I mean stay engaged, stay enthusiastic, stay committed to your community and the world around you. Take risk, use your imagination, offer value, be unique, be inquisitive, ask questions, think about thoughtful approaches to the challenges that we have. In short, don't get stale, stay fresh. Enjoy this moment. To you, the graduates, and to your families, congratulations. We are so proud of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Sullivan. My name is Joe Berger, and I have the privilege of serving as provost. It is now my pleasure to join the Chancellor in presenting the John F. Kennedy Award for Excellence. Medea Masroor Sayeda, please step forward.
In recognition of your numerous accomplishments, your leadership, your ethic of care, and your selfless service to others, I am pleased to present the 2026 John F. Kennedy Award for Academic Excellence to you, Medea.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Good morning, esteemed faculty, loved ones, honored guests, and fellow graduates of the University of Massachusetts, Boston. Congratulations, class of 2026. Today is a celebration of your perseverance, resilience, and hard work that brought you to this moment. Each of you should be incredibly proud of everything you have accomplished. Behind every graduate here, there is a community of people whose love, sacrifices, and guidance helped make this moment possible. I would like to begin by thanking the people who made my own journey possible. To my parents, Ami and Abu, your courage and sacrifices brought our family to America together and allowed us to build a life here. Because of you, I have had the opportunity to pursue my dreams, receive an education, and see the world, even when that meant putting my aspirations above your own needs and wants. Everything I am is because of you. To my siblings, Fariha and Firaz, thank you for keeping me grounded and reminding me to find joy amid life's chaos. To my mentors, Anna Maria and Cassandra, thank you for believing in me on the days I didn't know how to believe in myself. To Jen, Maura, and Gail, my nursing preceptors, thank you for showing me the kind of nurse I hope to become. To my professors and to the communities that shaped me, from the CCER, Tutoring Center, and my RA team on campus, thank you for giving me spaces to grow, lead, and find belonging. To my friends, you are the reason I made it through nursing school. I would not be standing here without all of you. And above all, I am grateful to God for bringing me to this moment and for the strength to keep going when things felt impossible. Okay. Although I stand here today with immense gratitude, my journey to this moment was not without doubt. A question that followed me throughout my life, especially throughout university, was why? Why this major? Why pursue something so demanding? Why those long nights? And why continue through that uncertainty, exhaustion, and moments of doubt? People often say to think about your why, and sometimes that can feel like a big abstract idea, but for me, my why is actually quite simple. It's sitting right in front of me today. It's my family, but not just the family sitting here in the audience. It's the generations before me, including those who are no longer with me, but I hold with high regard and memory. They left a legacy behind me. Their sacrifices, courage, and beliefs made this moment possible. My grandfather was a doctor in a village, treating everything from monsoon illnesses and ectopic pregnancies to snake bites and pesticide poisonings, often with little to no resources. He showed me what it means to serve others, especially in their most vulnerable moments. I come from a family of women who built paths where none existed, women educated in nutrition, nuclear physics, speech and hearing, education, history, and commerce. All women who believe deeply in the power of knowledge. My great-aunt even started a school for girls in a community where girls' education was not valued. My family didn't simply follow paths, they created them. And because of them, across generations who came before me, I get to stand here today and build my own village. A village grows through the people we meet along the way, whether it be the classmates who became our support systems, the mentors who guided us when we were lost, even the familiar faces like the baristas at the ISC Cafe who remember your order without you having to say it, the people who take the time to teach, to encourage, and to believe in us. Through them, we built our village, and today I feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for that village. But gratitude isn't about just looking back. It's about what we choose to do moving forward. As we step into this next chapter of our lives, we are no longer just the ones being guided. We are becoming the ones others will look to for guidance. We will be the ones who will mentor, who will teach, who will give people a place to belong. I believe honoring your why isn't just about remembering where you came from. It's also about what you choose to build because of it. It's about becoming a part of someone else's village the same way others were a part of yours. But standing here today, I also have to acknowledge the privilege of access to higher education, the privilege of immigrating to a country where pursuing a university education in a field of my choice could become a possibility for me, the privilege of having parents who encouraged me to pursue my dreams, classrooms where I could learn freely, and the ability to imagine a future and work towards it. Not everyone is given those opportunities. There are young people around the world with the same dreams and potential who do not have the safety or freedom to sit where we are today. So I want to take a moment to remember them, the children and students in Gaza, Sudan, Yemen, Syria, Myanmar, Somalia, Haiti, Ukraine, and so many parts of the world whose lives and futures have been disrupted by conflict, instability, and loss. Many may never get to experience a day like this. However, acknowledging that reality does not take away from our celebration. Rather, it gives it meaning. Privilege isn't something to feel guilty about. It is something to be grateful for and something to be responsible with. As we move forward for what is ahead for us, that responsibility matters. So hold on to your why. Protect it, return to it, let it guide you on the days that feel heavy, and remind you why you chased this path in the first place. For me, my why will shape the kind of nurse I become, a nurse who listens, a nurse who advocates, a nurse for every patient, every background, every culture, and every story across every part of the world. To my fellow graduates, no matter what path you are stepping into, carry your why with you. It will show up in the way you treat people, in the choices you make, and the impact you leave behind. As you move forward, don't simply chase success, build something meaningful. Be someone others can rely on, be someone who creates space for others, and be a part of someone else's village. As we step into whatever comes next, may we lead with gratitude, stay grounded in our why, and continue building the kind of world we want to be a part of together. Looking out at all of you today, I know that the world is in good hands. Congratulations again, class of 2026. Thank you. Thank you.
Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you Senator Edward J. Markey to receive the Chancellor's Medal for Exemplary Leadership.
Elected to the United States Senate in 2013, Senator Markey previously served 37 years in the U.S. House of Representatives and as a distinguished state legislature before that. Throughout his political career, Senator Markey has compiled an unparalleled legislative record on consumer protection, clean energy, environmental protection, driven by a deep commitment to improving the lives of all residents in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Senator Markey has consistently championed job creation in American clean energy while advocating for consumers facing rising gas prices and dependence on foreign oil. He has been one of the leading voices for policies that promote resilience and sustainability. Senator Markey has also advanced key Wall Street reforms, strengthening insider trading penalties, and enhancing federal oversight of stock and futures markets. Like many of us at UMass Boston, like so many of our students, Senator Markey was the first in his family to go to college. Born in Malden, Massachusetts. All right, let's hear it from Malden. He earned a bachelor's degree from Boston College and a JD from Boston College Law School. For his ongoing commitment to serving the people of Massachusetts, the University of Massachusetts Boston is proud to present Senator Edward J. Markey with the Chancellor's Medal for exemplary leadership. Now, I give you our 2026 commencement address, Senator Edward J. Markey.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Senator Ed Markey from Massachusetts on this absolutely perfect day for graduation from UMass Boston. God has delivered for us. So Chancellor Suarez Orozco, thank you for that incredible introduction. Joe Sullivan, Chair Oleksiak, Provost Berger, the Board of Trustees, Young Alumni Council, and to the faculty and administration, you have built a campus of educational excellence with the students and the graduates who will build our future. So we thank you for your dedication. And another round of applause for Zachary and his incredible national anthem, just absolutely incredible. And my personal congratulations to John F. Kennedy, award winner. Madia, just incredible what you have done. When I was a boy, growing up in Malden, and I spent more time playing basketball than doing my homework, my mother would tell me, Eddie, they are going to donate your brain to Harvard Medical School as a completely unused human organ. You have to learn how to work smarter and not harder. So I am very grateful, Madia, that such a brilliant young person did the homework and now will be fueling the future of the Commonwealth with all of your classmates here today who have done the work in order to take over the future of our nation. And if I were being honest here, UMass Boston has picked a graduation speaker. I'm talking about me, who lived with his mother and father all the way through college and all the way through law school, commuting from Malden every single day. So graduates, if you do end up living back at home and your parents ask you when you're leaving, just remind them that if they let you stay a few more months, you might become a United States Senator or anything else that you want to become. Because today we recognize those who helped you to reach this point. Your parents, your friends, the faculty, the developers of ChatGPT. We thank everyone who helped you to get here today. To the families here this morning, you should be incredibly proud. Proud of how far these graduates have come. Proud to see your loved ones finally spread their wings. And proud that you can operate the cameras on your phones without their helping you today. UMass Boston is the most diverse public university in New England and the third most diverse university in the United States of America. 57% of you identify as people of color. And with students coming here from so many states, UMass Boston truly does include everyone who is absolutely the key to our future. So graduates, this is an incredible day, and to the families here today, you should be incredibly proud of how far these graduates have come, proud of the incredible work which they have done, because this is a school which gives each one of the young graduates here unlimited potential. Students from 117 countries, students from 48 states. This looks like the United Nations in session. And the United Nations in session is what the United States of America must celebrate, because you are our future. Diversity is our future. You are what represents the 21st century for the United States of America. Your diversity, your energy, your vision. And that is what this has to be all about. And that's why it's so important when we talk about immigration that we talk about protecting immigrants in this country and not persecuting immigrants. We need to provide the millions of our immigrant neighbors and co-workers and friends and family a path to citizenship and their chance at creating their American dream. Because despite what we are seeing on our streets, that dream of opportunity is what the United States is all about. And that dream is at the heart of a UMass Boston diploma. My father grew up on the first floor of a triple-decker in Lawrence, in the shadow of the mills. He went to the vocational program at Lawrence High School. The family accents were different in Lawrence then, but the aspirations were the same for the children growing up in Lawrence today. A good education, greater opportunity, a brighter future. My mother was the president of her high school class in Malden, but when her mother died, my grandmother, she had to abandon her college dreams to raise her younger sisters in an immigrant family from Ireland. There were far too many women in higher education then. But today, 61% of this graduation class is female. That times have changed. So it is about time that we ensure that women make the same pay that men make for doing the exact same work. Women don't clock out after 82% of their shifts, so why should they make only 82% as much as men make for the same job? You do not need to be a math major to know that does not add up. Consider this: closing the wage gap between men and women would cut the poverty rate in half for working women and their families and add nearly $500 billion to our national economy. So I welcome even more and more young women graduating from UMass Boston, running businesses, running for office, running schools, running the world, along with all of the great young men who are graduating today. This is a great day. So I know some of today's graduates already have a family of their own. More than 100 of you are veterans, including 22 of you who are active duty and reservists. So we give thanks to you for your service, for our nation. We thank you for what you do. And some of you have returned to school. For some of you, English is a second language, and some of you are readying for even more educational endeavors. Of the 8 billion people on the planet, a lot of them would trade places with you right now, and not just because the Wi-Fi is fast and free on campus. They would trade places with you because you are one half of 1% of the most blessed people who have ever lived in the history of the planet, now that you have a UMass Boston degree. You each have a passport that has been punched. New horizons await. That is the promise of a UMass Boston diploma. Each generation gains more knowledge than the previous one. Just think of what we recently discovered. That clean energy is cheaper than oil and coal and natural gas. That we have produced the largest high-resolution 3D map of the universe ever made. And thanks to Artemis 2, we can reach the dark side of the moon without Pink Floyd and some gummies, okay? Big changes. And if knowledge is power, and with power comes responsibility, then your generation has more responsibility than anyone that has ever come before it. This is an incredible moment. That responsibility comes with challenges. I was the first in my family to go to college. I know how many of you worked your way through school with work-study and minimum wage jobs, like I did. I also know the challenges I encountered then that can't compare with what you face today. Because bottom line, things just cost too damn much for everyone. Rent is too high, groceries cost too much, jobs are too hard to find, the illegal war in Iran is making a gallon of gas more expensive than a latte, and going to college just should not be this expensive. Education is the foundation for your future, but 87% of UMass Boston undergraduates get some financial aid in order to pay for tuition and books and housing. And that means that most of you are one of the 43 million people who have left school with student loans. You're finally done lugging your books around campus, but now that load has been replaced by the weight of student loan debt. Not to mention the chilling prospect of several more years of eating instant ramen for dinner. And that is just plain wrong, and I'm not just talking about the ramen. We should wipe out debt for student loan borrowers and their families. We should supercharge the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, the Nurse Corps program, repayment program. We should increase and expand Pell Grants. And we should make a FAFSA form easier to complete than an organic chemistry class. The promise of a hard-earned UMass Boston degree is the promise of a better future, and that future has to be livable. The planet is running a fever because of the pollution my generation created. It's now my job to partner with your generation to solve the climate crisis. We right now are in the second fastest warming body of water in the world, Boston Harbor. And we know that the oil and gas and coal industry continue to warm it up, and we know the solution is wind and solar and all electric vehicles and battery storage technologies that will put the solutions in place. That is going to create millions of jobs in our country. That is job creation that is good for all of creation. And even though there is no shortage of hard problems, I also believe there is no shortage of potential in this graduating class. And that means creating jobs for you, not prompts for AI. we need to make sure that we deal with the issues of AI. Discrimination is moving online in housing, in employment, in healthcare. We know that for minorities and women, for LGBTQ community, discrimination is moving online. We need an AI Civil Rights Act to protect everyone against discrimination, because we know that ultimately good-paying jobs that reward the same hard work, determination, and grit that got you this UMass degree. And that degree has value far beyond a job interview or a paycheck. It is this commitment that our democracy makes to you and all students for a more hopeful future, which is why we must fully fund education at all levels, because education is a human right. You've all gone through a lot to get here, waiting for the shuttle at the T in winter, accepting that Bobby the Beacon is actually a mascot, studying at the campus center while you wait for the traffic to die down before commuting home. There has been no shortage of tough days, but grads, you got through them with the help of the people who are here today. And it is those connections, especially in the age of AI, that reinforce our shared humanity. And even with all of the pressures to come, try to find a way to stay connected to the people and the communities that brought you here today. That is going to be a challenge for you, because throughout history, young people have always led the way in embracing new opportunities and driving social change. And so many of these movements began right here in Massachusetts. In past generations, when young women wanted the right to vote, they formed the suffragette movement, and they changed the United States Constitution so that women can vote. When young people were upset with voting rights laws for minorities in America, that's happening today. Southern states, they became freedom riders, and they changed the laws of the United States of America. When young people saw the injustices in South Africa, they rose up to end apartheid there. When young people lost faith in the justifications for the war in Vietnam, they marched and protested and brought an end to the war. When people saw that they needed to have a reform, same-sex marriage was legalized here in Massachusetts first. Universal health care first here in the state of Massachusetts. We're right here at the John F. Kennedy Library. And 65 years ago, President Kennedy, whose library is situated right here on the UMass campus, he announced the dramatic, ambitious goal of sending an American safely to the moon before the end of the 1960s. We would need a giant rocket made of new metal alloys, some of which had not yet been invented. It would have to be fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for an untried mission to an unknown celestial body. It would have to be returned safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at speeds greater than 25,000 miles per hour, generating heat about half that of the temperature of the sun, and it would have to be done rapidly in fewer than 8 years. President Kennedy said that America would go to the moon not because it was easy, but because it was hard. And he urged us to be bold. And I say to you, the graduates of the University of Massachusetts, Boston, be bold. You have the most sophisticated technological tools ever created at your fingertips. You have the knowledge and the know-how. Men and women in their quest for knowledge and progress cannot be deterred. In this era of innovation, you may have jobs that have not yet been imagined, in fields that have yet to be created, within industries that don't yet exist. Be bold. You can shape the course of history, consistent with the time-honored values that have animated civilizations for generations. Your leadership now and in the future will make the difference. Seize the moment. We are all connected. We are all responsible. We all have the same mission, guided by the universal values of justice and tolerance and liberty and equality. Use your talents and your innovative tools to help all people everywhere build a more peaceful, prosperous future for them and for their families, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you today to achieve that goal. Congratulations, UMass Boston 2026. What an incredible achievement. Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Markey. We've now come to the conferral of undergraduate degrees to candidates. Give it up!
With the candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees, please rise and remain standing. Representing the College of Education and Human Development, the College of Liberal Arts, the College of Management, the Manning College of Nursing and Health Sciences, the College of Science and Mathematics, and the School for the Environment. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the candidates who have satisfied the requirements for their degrees and who have been recommended for these degrees by their faculty.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Massachusetts, I conferred upon the certified candidates the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science as recommended by the faculty. In accordance with custom, you as individuals are entitled to all the rights and privilege which pertain to this degree or certificate here and elsewhere. You may now move your tassel over. Congratulations, Beacons! Please be seated. Every year, we induct our graduates into the family of alumni of the University of Massachusetts, Boston, because the strength of our university depends upon each of you. There are over 118,000 alumni of UMass Boston, Boston State College, and State Teachers College at Boston, who give witness to the great value of public higher education. With Elizabeth West representing the alumni body and our incredible Medea representing the graduates, please come forward for the Alumni Association induction.
Will all the graduates please rise as you are able? Chancellor Suarez Orozco and Alumni Council Representative West, inscribed upon this scroll is a petition signed by members of the class of 2026 at the recent 50 Days Until Graduation celebration. It requests that each graduate be permanently added to the list of distinguished and revered alumni of UMass Boston. It asks that the Alumni Association show us how to stay connected to each other and to our campus and be ambassadors of our alma mater.
Thank you, Medea. On behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations and welcome to the Beacon alumni family. You are joining a robust network of beacons stretching from right here in Boston throughout the US and globally. As you begin this next chapter in your life, your fellow alumni are here to keep you engaged and to support you through networking and mentoring opportunities and social events. As an alum, you're automatically a member of the Alumni Association, and this summer you will receive your digital Alumni Association card via email. If you're not already part of our online alumni directory, Beacon Connect, we encourage you to sign up and stay connected to campus and to each other. Finally, we hope that you will return to Columbia Point this fall for Beacon Bash, our annual homecoming and reunion event scheduled for September 18th and 19th right here on campus. Congratulations.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I now invite our chamber singers to sing to UMass Boston, our alma mater, led by our own faculty member, David Giso. Please be seated. Thank you, chamber singers. Now we've come to the moment our graduates, their families, have been waiting for. The distribution of diplomas.
At this time, we will begin the distribution of diplomas. Graduates will come forward by college. Please follow the instructions of the ushers. They will direct you to the stage and back to your seat for the remainder of the ceremony. Please be sure to bring your stage pass with you as you proceed onto the stage. And we ask that audience members please keep the aisle clear. We will begin with the College of Education and Human Development. Will Dean Parker rise and receive the graduates of the College of Education and Human Development. Graduates, after your name is read, please return to your seat.
Patricia Mercedes Gomez Castillo, Sara E. Lopez Garcia, Jenelise Vargas, Lismari Andujar, Sandra P. Camargo, Erin Ann Nee, Jacqueline Mackenzie Carroll, Kayla Santos, Tiani Sherrod Bogarty, Shanae Leila Vincella Thompson, Leah Tavares, Vincent Charles Medina, Matthew Almeida, Cole Robert Struick, Justin Ananda Chen, Tess Givens, Lauren Page Minor, Emily Danielle Reardon, Mia Boyd, Justin Bruce Govea, Hugo M. Dos Santos, Katrina DaCosta Leet, Colette Grace Levinson, Ana Maria Balzano, Laura Giraldo Espinosa, Frank Orlando Landero, Jocelyn Anahi Lopez, Timera Tiara Johnson, Richard Francis Gerakoulis, Angela Adriana Morales Rivera, Rika Fuji, Carrie Antonio Robinson III, Colton Eastman, Kobe Ryan, Chanook Lee, Gabriella Ava Durham, Matthew Hutchings, Anthony Gauthier, Sophia Lorraine Richland, Iris Coyne, Amanda Elizabeth Montanez, Audrey M. Caron, Addison L. Crafton, Marie Doralian, Bella Tyler, Ruby Malman, Emily Rose Linden Ross, Julia Lanza, Madison Angel Angulo, Kate Myers, Kristen Eileen Campbell, Valerie Aranja, Ching Shan Hoi, Rebecca Heng Sari, Fatima Zehra, Emma Lee Cooney, Brooke Christina Dunn, Jessica Lee Cruz, Jocelyn Mariela Velasquez, Nicole Lacerda, Wyatt P. Cito, Jacqueline Elizabeth Gomez Lopez, Yesenia Flores Garcia, Rochelle N. Bowden, Delphine P. Parilla, Walia Siddiqui, Martha R. Burke, Shatora J. Driver, Tracy A. Boyd, Jenna Elizabeth Ridlefson, Varsha Perkins, Jessica Charles, Paulette N. Serre, Jonathan Pan, Leolina Rasundar Chinapa, Yarissa M. Tejeda, Ramona Ortiz, Darling Ortiz, Andy Longsdorf, Sheila Flor Cesarin Julian, Nancy N. Kaju, India Marie Lynch, Randy Luciano, Xin Yang Lee, Phoebe Yu, Stephen C. Spetz, Dylan Robbins, Alexis Miranda, Heather Marie Gould, Zachary Francisco Mullen, Caroline Soboleski.
Will Dean Fernhall rise and receive the graduates of the Manning College of Nursing and Health Sciences? Graduates, after your name is read, please return to your seats.
Shimul Nath, Kaylee Sutton, Coralie Labranche, Odalis Melo Diaz, Ariana Hernandez, Rissa Sanchez, Emanuela Patricia Joseph, Kathy Castro, Esther Duquette, Isaura Correa Hausa, Berhane Bogale Haile Mariam, Zina Fisu, Lana Cooper, Deidre Lanisha Jeffries Ramos, Dorothy Kukua Danful, Kelly Zelaya Perez, Imani Vega, Oluwaseun Funmi Joy Omediji, Victory O Azigbe, Hao Kwok Trong, Ashley Tui Trang Pam, Mai Sang Foong Win, Shahira Shrestha, Joe Skangus, Leah Abani Ribeiro Spinola, Cameron Jackson Walsh, Jacob Selenius, Samuel A. Ortega, Catherine Householder, Mackenzie Shea Harris, Eleanor Jane Doncaster, Cameron Thompson, Michaela Mastracola, Gianni Chiles Njaustegi, Olivia E. Morrow, Mark Francesco Marchesi, Justin Michael Chuang, Emily Ann Smith, Jazalyn Nieli Mercado, Emily Sarah Nicholas, Jacqueline Marie Erner, Isabel Nodge, Luis S. Gomez Canales, Carmen Michelle Belleville, Hope Davy, Emma L. Briggs, Riley Strano, Carly Grace Richard, Chantel Joanna Cota Perita, Giancarlo Jimenez, Meggie Mustafaraj, Tatiana Febri,
Franklin Calderon.
Stacy Wyas Dongalao, Olivia Francesca Dodier, Grace Mary Hickey, Emma Morrison, Eric Gethetha Kibara, Nicholas Thomas Correa Cusick, Caitlin Herr, Maureen Arroyo Ibardaloza, Michaela Ann Marguerite Cleary, Anvita Mudundi, Giulianis Molina, Jadi Ella Suarez, Ariana Sufida, Kristen Elizabeth Russo, Leslie Marie Rodriguez, Samuel Kiguta Njubi, Benjamin Eli Cherry, Matthew Laverty, Mackenzie Elizabeth Cahill, Amaya Sierra Rodriguez, Kayla Angeles Clark Calderon, Elizabeth Teresa Cramp, Margot Butters, Andrea Rivera Socaras, Adriana Crepaldi, Kristen Lee Briggs, Amelia Grace Devlin, Millie Van, Min Nguyen, Ashley Huynh Ngan, Yvette Gil Bedoya, Maureen Petrie, Stacy Valencia, Amy He, Purity Oho, Stella Ijoma Anyichi Madwakor, Anthony Tony, Yaliz Alexa Montero, Anna Rose Harper, Udaya Namatovu, Deborah N. Sentongo, Modupe Elizabeth Ibitayo, Talicia Herbert, Jonathan Wilson Metellus, Jerry Ibeneme, Shifa Sheikh, Doha Hussein, Emily Rose Kirby, Maeve Anya White, Caroline Elizabeth Yee, Molly Kathleen Garrity, Zachary Robert Duzan, Ryan James Norton, Arlene Ivarila, Quinn Abigail Tyler, Brielle Delaney Lapine, Olivia Cook, Crystal Alvarez Winchester, Mercy Wadena Ehiwe, Samrawit A. Mikonen, Danielle Anna Davis, Sleemy N. Nicholas, Kaylee Elizabeth Herrera, Stanley Peru, Doobie S. Brutus, Chioma P. Opara, Amanda Haynes, Ketty Collado Rojas, Stephanie Penny, Medgin Jean Simon, Farah Charles, Darling Joseph, Nadine Saintus, Colin Michael Kimberling, Gregory Willett, Elisa Simoneau, Suze Callis, Isaiah S. Handrahan, Omar Amir Ramdani, Jaden Lafleur, Priscilla Michelle Romero, Ingris Leonela Garcia Vasquez, Alejandra Moreno Guzman, Franz Emmanuel Cesar, Erin Sarmiento Esguerra, Kimberly Gabriela Cruz Morales, Michaela Vega, Luke James McLaughlin, Joanna Beatriz Canes, Lean Boutros Saab, Chrissy Marie Flaherty, Rachel Alana Mendez Volquez, Lincia Pierre, Katia Marisa da Silva Batista, Tarma Romica Sherry Altador, Troy Alexander Hewitt, Henry Vader Phillips, James Michael Grady, Tiago Unger Rafael Batalla, Timothy Daniel McQuinn, Amy Lean, Teana Diane Petas, Nayeli Sanaida Garmendia, Ashley Herrera Dolores, Heidi Amanda Poo Ruiz, Evelissa DePina, Daviana Chastity Andrade, Madison Zeta Payne, Wisleen Flerime Charles, Nadine Coupi, Stacy Gail Lewis, Eloise Jean-Marie, Alexis Shy Dixon, Ciara Brielle Hensley, Capria Jones, Maria Gabriela Froise, Jade Quach Fernandez, Isa Afzal, Clara Ann Capello, Sabrina Shing, Victoria Shing, Lan Anhlevo, Tenzin Jangchup, Joyce Nicole Jordan Patil, Mina Rahimi, Ogechi Jones, Olivia Emma Lee Hill, Sophia Sineco, Anna Maria Elizabeth Puccio, Romaise Jaluli, Ariana Anderson Belcito, Madison Rose Fallon, Sarah Moran, Christina America Arsentales, Shanara T. Golson, Dakota Lamson, Angel Wong, Gabriela Gold, Eseosa Ehimwenma Imasuin, Ayana Renee Alexandre, Kelsey B. Tavares, Letitia Pepra, Tainara Charlene Cantave, Francesca Zahn Saber, Ziari Monique Hornsby, Jasmine Zusette Rodriguez, Leah Elizabeth McLaughlin, Sung-Soo Ha, Ryan Santino O'Keefe, Songgerwa Kulung, Juliana Divani Bangari, Catherine Johnson, Adrian Filosh, Zachary Thomas Aldrich, Jamie Lynn, Nolan Robert Beauregard, Sherardi Nira Viscu, Flavia Gutierrez, Roxanne David Benoit, Ifediyi Promise Ugiagbi, Tari Kinkade, Luan Almeida Cruz, Jacqueline Berenice Granados, Mia S. Espaillat, Gabriel dos Santos Sales, Brandon Christopher Norton, Julia Judith Brown, Catherine Mullaney, Hannah Marie Peterson, Cameron J. Feliciano, Daniva de Pina Teixeira, Luzeca Cardoso, Stella Maris Tebiasa, Genesis J. Walls, Sophie Aliesa St. Mark, Ariana Roach, Neely Lucy Francis, Daniel John Murtag, Gabriela Martins Matziel, Ava May Spitz, Tess J. Rundo, John Ndubose Ndukwe, Erin Julia Dunn, Carly LeBlanc, Amelia Rose Driscoll, Julia May Cote, McKenna Grace Hallinan, Neveha Marie Melton, Jamie Alberta McAlevey, Teresa Nicole Sheedy, Annie Patel, Mackenzie Lynn Tai, Bailey Marie Graziano, Samira Guadalupe Garcia Infante, Chris Lady Johanna Santana Ruiz, Jalen M. Arias, Alexa C. Bittner, Edwin Daniel Lagos, Jason Lee, Kwei Chi Track, Vicky Wren, Truck Tran, Nyesha Cordero, Shraddha Rijal, Stephanie Bella Pianta Calderon, Juhi Sunil Shah, Salma Osman, Ana Paula de Oliveira Souza, Ariane Patino Batista, Sanaya Johnson, Golden L. Bethel Samuel, Michelle De Vera Chan, Rosh Salapan, Claire Jessica Chuo Elanguilan, Feliz Angelina Natad Benson, Aliyah Angeline Capo, Madeline Grace Malumphy, Kana Awa Piazza, Selemawit Dainom, Marie Tadida, Hannah Morgan, Evelyn Claire Burton, Julia Pay Dumas, Lauren Hallie Scott, Sikgach Ong, Amy Lynn Trong, Alexis Omaros, Maya Ze Ivanova, Fernando Zaki Chiri, Danston Kasozi, Lovely Anna Glate, Love Anna Glate, Nubel Ligui Chuzka, Elizabeth Youngclaws, Fatima Dia, Olguin Charles, Luz Natalia Brito, Maimuna Dieng, Kelly A. Funduk Slimami, Teresa Waigi,
Will Dean Thornburg please rise and receive the graduates of the School for the Environment. Graduates, after your name is read, please return to your seat.
Madiha Masroor Sayeda, Aura Rose Kerr, Nava June Menaye, Lindsay Nopwin, Brandon Wynn, Christopher Kairumba, Tina Morales, Amy Mary Ruth Cote, Isabella Smith, Tia Deepak Vardy, Chatham Cadence Morton, Emily Marie Cruikshank, Erica Christina Murdoch, Claire Malone, William Thomas Fee, Anthony Matthew Chukwu, Aurora Dale Simpson Brown, Tevin C. Clark, Owen Charles Micah Smith, Ian Hart Gensel, Marvin Arentip, Amber Marie Mulvey, Amanda Rose Hughes, Shay Catherine Roach, Maya Rubenstein, Cassidy Marie Chason, Abigail Raymond, Emma O'Kelly Adams, Catherine Diana Maraglia, Grace Perry Han Ozturk, Elsie Kanagat, Shakir Shibli, Moise Ernst Obeng Tete, Aaron Michael Berry, John David Burnett, Anthony Huang Nguyen Huen, Raven Della Rosa Roldan, Catherine Rivera Chavarriaga, Marley Exantis, Evan Cole Lynn, Ethan Kenefick, Shuaib Shakil Ahmed, Alan Sun, Eamon Connolly Perry, Jin Deng, Ashim Chalice, Ashanti McLean, Xiaolu Wang, Zoe Zuckerbraun, Leah Bosch, Gianna Catherine Gray.
Will Dean Venkatachalam please rise and receive the graduates of the College of Management? Graduates, after your name is read, please return to your seats.
Angelica Razo, Ikechukwu E. No KG, Danny Darwich, Nick Yanka, Emma Grace Carroll, Hana Sulyevich, Hifsa Mustafa, Krupali Jitendragiri Goswami, Shreya Sahravana Rakshana, Audrey Frederick, Tabassum Muhammad Sadiq Khalifa, Jia Yichen, Huyu Joey Huang, Rajan Raut, N. Tran, Jenna Ahmed Al Abdul Mugni, Delia Inez Whitehill, Daniel Capone, Matthew Henry Beelan, Tram Ko, Mahaja Idania Thermo, John Michael Medina, Ngan H. Vo, Charlene Crespo Santiago, Daria Savrukova, Maram Bensaber, Kyle J. Grasso, Madhav Bhardwaj, Swayam Gagneja, Harnish Pambar, Meet Kumar Manoj Kumar Patel, Hate Sanjay Kumar Shilpaban Patel, Julia Lynn Obser, Caitlin Elizabeth DeCorsia, Ellen Tian Yun Ma, Marcel Azad Zoy, Zachary Robert Kester, Aaron Borthwick, Lady Vanessa Leon Flores, Mona Win Lee, Stephanie Huang, Emily Hazelton, Khalil Norman Lofton, Bleona Paloya, Luisa Abadi Sanchez de Souza, Bismillah Mohammadi, Hekmat Mohmand, Mohammed Tayyib Murabet, Nezar Dofir, Firas Ali Masood Al Sinaidi, Elton De Souza Crespo, Matthew G. Williams, Chantel Serwa Boateng, Osasare Okundaye Oluboje, Bintu Doumbia, Spencer Logan Berry, John Devine, Alec Altman Sheehan, Cameron Lee Goon, Emerson F. Dos Santos, Joseph Longeal, Justin DeFalco, Breon Parker Jr., John Cangelosi, Paul F. Lombard III, Griffin Patrick Segrist, Devin Michael Carroll, Matthew Massey Winoto, Katie Marie Lape Almonte, Rehan Syed, Tandat Tran, Rashad Gembri, Patrick Ademai, Micah King Suarez, Kantien Katie Zhuang, Truk Thi Than Win, Yemis Raj Hopkin, Anissa Sierra Dennis, Wanjung Jin, Giovanni Livramento Pereira, Julia Cloutier, Zachary Abel Ennis, Gabrielle T. Keeler-Thomas, Demetrius Casto, Stephen Kenneth Osborne, Andre de Oliveira, Chase Jalen Wright, Ariana Colindres, Andrilla Litton, Miranda Silva Meza, Dimitri Gregor Roman, Kinvi Rakshit Shah, Angel Lance Renee, Chantria Cynthia Sin, Emma Ompomirs Such, Nhi Tran Thao Pham, Quinn Pham, Adam Leith, Annie Lee, Shreya Ravi, Alishba Amin, Lynn Deb, Emanuel Lucas Nascimento da Silva, Ike Ilua, Hector Rafael Perez III, Lane Coffey and Kaneem Hanif, Melanie Gabriela De Leon de la Cruz, Melanie Alexandra Aguilar Fuentes, Mackenzie N. D. Andrea, Sofia Ruiz Paz, Eliona Doga, Donghuan Kim, Eunice Kauskaus, Jacob C. Murphy, Miguel Angel Frontera, Moan K. Kamara, Feng Yu Li, Muhammad Hamza Naveed, Muhammad Ikrash Khan, Shuja Shahid, Ms. Child Jefferson Morency, Alexander Tran, Andy Wynn, Alexander Chiklowski, Marvendi Robert Brutus, Jafar Barry, Lynn Sarah Georges, Xavier Alejandro Vargas, Jonice Fernanda da Lomba da Fonseca, Suki Huang, Alex Ramirez, Welkin Emmanuel Guerrero, Liam Robert Mayer, John Wesley Johnson, Corrine Page Driscoll, Elizabeth Giselle Thibodeau, Hakim Hirji, Shubhangam Chowdhury, Damian Calvin Mack, Zieb Najib Bueh, Laura Elizabetta Lema de Arujo, Stephanie A. Santana, Dana Darwich, Karima Benkiran, Jack Nicholas Nicholas, Constantine Yaira Owusu Mensah, Amin Ahmed Adam, Wesley Thorpe, Augustin Uzoma Uba, Yuting Jong, Jazz Alexander Krivtsov, Ryan Samuel Leonard, Nadia M. Gaucher, O'Connor Devis, Gabriella Rose Brown, Genesis Luna Gonzalez, Webe Ann Christine Clement, Shuhana Noor, Gorati A. Awur, Hong Dubui, Ismail Yesilbek, Rustam Irhashau, Sabina Kairasheva, Anna Matvichuk, Sania Sayed-Jan, Grace Elizabeth Condon, Lauren Ann Higgins, Nora Marie Tanius, Maxwell Greeley Ranta, Caitlin Mary Shubmel, Zoe Grace Langlois, Victoria Sarah Bumbarova, Olivia Sophia Dalton, Brian J. Velasquez, Connor John Sordillo, Charlene Concepcion, Min Thu Nyok Do, Ina Liu, Jean Tran, Tom Michel Gerard Delors, Joseph Martin Badger, Jaslyn Cardoso de Pina, Jasmine Cardoso de Pina, Vivian Yem Tran, Melody Ka Unyang, Natalie P. Tran, Fatima Crystal Reyes, Eric Biala Ngono, Bianca Fonseca Sartorio, Jessica Ingrid Bastos da Cruz, Trisha and Aranas Obsequio, Sibel Bergara, Bonnie Blom, Isabella Dorota Sokolowska, Dominic Hausberger, Tayyab Ahmad, Dora Pierre Louise, Rayhana El Mazabi, Selena Vo, Jiki Lu, Irene Shai, Xingyu Lin, Christopher Au, Nayer Tamer Gabra, Carrie Mays, Ryan Lee, Charles Doe, Bryant Dang, Fedson Joseph, Jennifer A. Sandoval Agustin, Aisha Rojas, Jordan I. Harrison, Kirtan Patel, Narayan Patel, Neil Patel, Aryan Patel, Mark Hanna, Najeska John Louis, Ruby Wynn, Anita Lily Cuff, Anjara Ashley Ewa, Josue Daniel Mayorga Barrios, Liam Fan, and Tian Nguyen, Carson Allen Evans, Jeremy James Conlon, Matthew Michael Lortos, Victor Max Mo, Brandon Tan Pham, Ivan Tao, Tyler Ng, Jonathan Ho Lok Chow, Kyle M. Lazaro, Lauren Alyssa Westlund, Alyssa Tanu, Mary Christine Aherney, Anna Rose Jordan, Haley Alexandra Shaves, Ryan Habda, Ivy Barros Rodriguez, Alicia I. Villatoro, Sedalia Marie Garcia Mora, Luisa Barrientos Betancourt, Andrew Jeffrey Medeiros, Albert Donko III, Jake Lawrence Montana, William Christopher Clark, Paul James Giddings, Yafet Berhane, Daniel James Villas, Dmitros Sherbakov, Vadim Guzman, Nicole Richardell, Colin Michael Arnold, Jared Marchand, Emily Ortiz, Kiana Michelle, Stacy Nisa Ashley Milfort, Emily Marielle Alonso Cardenas, Camilla Lisbeth Gomez, Denise Kadeen McDonald, Rose Nellie Kiara Pierre,
Kelly Makusia,
Jade Williams Griffin, Sadia Mohamud Bare, Hafsa Tahlil, Shad Kamil Himat, Lisa S. Rosa Benskin, Samantha Ariana Medina, Francaris Rosario Mendez, Gabriel Carvalho Habelo, Hiba El Yosfi, Salma El Hamani, Michael Joseph Picardi, Charles Lawrence Langland, Stephanie Nicole Backman, Hans Ricardi Charles, Tyreek Carlins Eugene, Mark Lusaint, Danush Narayana, Junjo Ju, Hoi Ying Tang, Tahana Remy, Poshya Lakshmi Chowdhury Medepali, Vaishnavi Balasubramanian, Gurveer Singh, Jordan Gabriel Ahuda Pereira, Zheng Yue Yu, Jeremy Lu Mahan, Viputh Kao Nakor, Tuyin Kao, Ho Pham Nguyen, Auli, Christian S. Salazar,
Tien Min Liu,
Ariana Elizabeth Garceau, Sara Coelho Oliveira, Aaron Joseph Sarnovitz, Marcus Ponce, Yuchu Huang, Tina Yu, Luna Al-Hamuri, Kwaku Ampem Asare Koranteng, Shazib Tufail, Nikon Lee, Diana Truong, Evan Tuan Min Win, Jolie Isabel Centeo, Clara Bogdani Bello, Jenna El Shafi, Vu Win, Aiden Zhang, Devine Tony Ann Wilson, Jennifer Griffin, Chris Lara, Kelly Aline Nagel, Thanieli Cotto Felix, Trent Scott Korytsinska, Victoria Marie Ficociello,
Anis Iftikhar,
Liliana Mayo, Brian Ruiz, Nikolai Chatroy, Quan Nguyen, Romario A. Simpson, Hyun-Soo Oh, Kaylee Sujung Silverman, Talal Al-Aswad, Saad Masin Al-Nahid, Khaled Ben Sabt, Salem Al-Nisif, Tariq Al-Wazan, Jocelyn Delia Torres, Lauren Yang Tam, Brooke Ashley Russell, Ranjane Angeline Candido Bernabe, Lulu Alfadala, Anthony Amesquita, Raydellen Gabriel Arias, Marlon L. Figueroa, Indu Gurung, Sylvie Copeland Samosky, Grace Patricia Callahan, Anna Sullivan, Kayla Ann Alves, Nolan Charles Murphy, Lok Ching Yu, Lories Lin, Maxwell Edwin Hamilton Jones,
Ryan Steckman Buck,
Lawrence Holden Kuzniar, James Huin, Tho Hu Win, Savannah Diodon Nicole St. Hubert, Aaron D. Faria, Francesca Lemma, Athena Michelle, Nicole Emily Keogh, Denise Caban, Rod Kethlun Ismi, Matthew Brian Alves, Ariano Lee, Yodaimi Dakmarie Vasquez Jimenez, Nicole Ann Muir, Hamza Beg, Robert Arthur Callahan, Vipassana Dungel, Rahi Ritesh Kumar Patel, Sophia C. Miranda, Darin Ashford Ramkisone,
Rebecca Ahmed Rodriguez,
Will Dean Prasad please rise and receive the graduates for the College of Liberal Arts? Graduates, after your name is read, please return to your seat.
Zachary Mukabenov, Christine Marie Garcia, Fernando Gutierrez, Vinicius Abdallah Van Haverbeke, Judy Rocha Barbosa, Courtney J. Falaise, Blossom Ebony Mingos, Jocelyn Dalanara Hernandez Vasquez, Amelie Maya Gutamuth, Isabella Victoria Johnson, Jada Michaeli Ortiz, Nikita Fils Aime, Sam Sullivan, William J. Curtis, Francesca Stamatatos, Adma Gomez da Silva, Jean-Francois Bruni, Rosalini Fontes Vicenti, Vanessa Remedios Fossi, Raquel Esmeralda Rodriguez Garay, Caitlin Ann Richards, Isam Al-Najjar, Kira Mary Mulcahy, Samantha Bauer, Mahi Shailesh Patel, Caitlin Marie Flaherty, Jackson W. Reese, Dahye Lim, Sahara Lakita Russell, Terrence B. Jackson, Jane Chisholm Ukwani, Flower Joy Burley, Marcus Theopolis Bowden, Shunsky Gallagher, Edgar Pereira, Rafael Duran, Nicholas Farnese, Alejandra Arias, Benjamin Pesco, Sophia Filomena Degani, Errol Vivian Folks Jr., Darius J. Lomax, Kevin Michael Devine Jr., Maxwell Minot, Johanna S. Canales Guzman, Manrique Jason Martinez Calmo, Adriana M. Bussy, Siveth Cynthia So, Jaire Torres, Nguyen Ngoc Van An, Alexander Salguero, Lexi Njiri Gaitho, Hannah Lee, Ira Serdani, Sophia May Rovendro, Cassandra Hernandez, Emily Marie Espinal, Kai Jack Aylmer, Gabriela da Fonseca, Bailey Rose Dombrowski, Catherine Maria Taveras, Jade Aspinwall, Jenny Wun, Ayan Duali, Fatuma Hassan, Allison Murphy, Sham Nasser, Fioralba Zuliftari, Kalima Akila Kemp, Aisha Alina Saeed, Matthew Motley, Brisa Cristina Portillo, Noel Valentine, Sarah Lindor Bruno, Rose Maniani, Isabella L. Gil Blair, Philip Takang, Ashley Sovanka Se Tep, Devin Robert Youngclaws, Angie Wu, Kate Sohee Kim McCann, Doyun Kim, Adirin Sola G. Adeola, Jocelyn K. Tyler, Sierra Luz Santos, Tamari Churedze, Natalia Chube, Sayla Chayan De Pina, Zaid Muhannad Awad, Jose F. Fernandez, Cody Alexander LaJoy, Mariola Daya, Slather Arturo Valenzuela Mota, Sarah Ivelis Gutierrez, Molly R. Riley, Benjamin Patrick Forshaw, Julian Hector Orellana Vega, Lourden Magdalena Arbaiza Castellon, Samara Anicia Cardoso, Kayleen Guerrier, Raheem Udine, Allison Marie Neumeier, Layla Moran, Avyukta Kelkar, Grace Elizabeth Miller, Maeve Francis Harris, Aliyah Morrow, Daniel Ramutar Singh, Ozzy Sadler, Juliana Vieira Fernandez Rezende, Roden Hayward Youngclaus, Brendan Thomas Lee, Brendan C. Locke, Gabriela Mendez, Na Mi Huynh, Jacob D. Rickard, Sarah Fallon Rickard, Dante Hugo Enrique Gianelli, Clarice M. Silvestre, Angie Lazar, Valchini Snarly Silvert, Noor Abu Bakar Sadan, Abayanmi N. Nwashai, Alvin William Roden, Madeleine Ambrose Winter, Ariana Miriel Rivera, Arlene Gabriela Valerio Simo, Isabella Jeanette, Ishaya Alvarenga, Christian Lecona Cruz, Diamond Yolani Ayala,
Naya Almonte,
Samuel Alexis Darras, Kai Kelly Johnson, Michaela Pat, Michael Dewitsky, Hannah Lynn Rushford, Brenda Jennifer Castaneda Pineda, Sarah Mary Milks, Samantha Lori Stanley, Sierra Simone Wilcox, Alexander Kamenov Petrov, Sullivan Dickerson, Kayla Marie Martinez, Sarah Christina Marino Schneider, Scott Liam Ramlal, Lara C. Souza Mariot, Hilary Borja, Hilary A. Srekovich, Ayan Abdi Jama, Morgan Picciarelli, Fiona Emma Bell, Olivia Rose Garish, Leanne Catherine Matos Navarro, Susanna Marie Sergi Muncy, Lily Wynn, Christina Lara, Gianna Victoria, Jaylene Soto, Rochelle Pimentel, Kenny Jandiel Pena, Amy Jory Doucette, Tuli Begum, Juliette Frost, Robin Rauch, Marlena Joy Davis, Sierra C. Weinstein, Christy Mae Dutton, Laura O. Marcelino Dupre, Maria Carolina Guerrero, Maria J. Castano, Bianca Rezan,
Ajine Igaro,
Liam Bryan Crampton, Sophia Roderick, Jocelyn Daniela Bonilla, Nicholas Marchines Damasceno, Anya Kayin Rule, Mona Anisha Samoda, Tiffany Lauren Dozier, Mara Laudano, Ariana Mikitarian, Caitlin E. Lozada, Jacqueline Dutra Abranches, Tatiana Walker, Taylor Nicole Ventris, Justina Fishta Martini, Chidima Ifainchuku Sarah Omogu, Charlotte Rose Sullivan, Jose Manuel Peña Robledo,
Shane Carpenter,
Jacqueline Stephanie Ramirez Frazier, Georgia Robin Berry, Chloe Elizabeth Greenfield, Elida Juliana Aviles, Monique E. Jones, Sasha Savannah Sanchez, Marlene J. Pierre, Yusmarlene Altagracia Perez, Anna Elizabeth Walid Malouf, Gianna Rose Popolo, Mandy May, Diego Gabriel Ruiz Tello de Meneses, Natasha de Jesus, Cristian Manuel Orellana Fuentes, Sophia Janet Collins Smith, Matthew Macumbi Cebola, Dyrell Martinez Ferreira, Colin Sonoda Tsuboy, Lenshi Sylvester, Leo Patrick Ledwell III, Kai Alexi Hale, Samantha Marie Walsh, Brittany Sanchez Feliz, Grayson Langamo, Madiha Syed, Veronica Ann Uitsai Bernier, Neha Musken, Ashley B. Blanchard, Sydney Noel Slattery, Guillaume G. Pierre, Keturah Willinda Brewster, Charlene Adames Pimentel, Lydia Pierre, Paige Ashley Aquia Ansani, Horio M. Mohamud, Isabella Rose Pesolano, Sasha Grankin, Fatima Rosabel Cabrera Merlos, Malisha Thermo, Carolina Munera Restrepo, Zina A. Mohammed, Rosanna D. Rodriguez, Asher Silvano D. Scala, Kristen Mary Savino, Joy Loren Puma, Neve Eileen Moore, Owen Richardi Gallagher, Jack Philip DeFalco Wheeler, Abayomi Alex Williams, Catherine Frances McCarthy, Hannah Paige DeAndrea Innes, Lauren Ramos Martin, Badhan Mondo, Eunice Ramilda LaRose, Zikayla D. George, Sibyl Vanessa Jeremy, Wilchina Zephyr, Mariama Gassama, Leslie Dominguez Aquino, Max Hirschman, Devin Michael James, Amaya Mercado, Manya Anil Ahuja, Sarah Ann Tatarzik, Victor Joe, Tommy Cow, Sydney V. Wynn, Mercedes Leon del Rivero, John L. Cosby, George Boachi Yiadom, Logan Jameson Daisy, Connell Christopher Scully, Jordi Miguel Cruzeta Vasquez, Cindy Nicole Jimenez, Natalia Yamilet Zamora, Christopher Riquelme Mendoza, Taylana Nicole Rowland, Ella Luisa Pava, Gael Ann Fils, Gabrielle Naomi James, Jory Manuel Peña, Cameron Scott Time Gordon,
Daniel Adwai,
Samara Service, Hannah Marie Santos, Anna K. Rose, Taras Natori Green, George Gutarov, Kalila Teixeira Evora, Joyce Pina Galvao, Bucuriz D. Rivera, Colin Joseph Murphy, Julia Ribeiro de Souza, Elizabeth Young, Princess Equini Fay, Kylie Marachi, Eileen Payout, and Ben Star Tran, Cassandra G. Peterson, Eric M. Arsenault, Jacob E. Pitcher, Stuart J. Wilby, Richard Victor Gales, Emmeline A. Matos Martinez, Thales Machado Vasconcelos, Sidney A. Jean, Theodore Eugene Jouret, Stephanie Franklin, Noah Richard Walsh, Patrick T. Brady, Skylar Finley, Draven Stark Bonneville, Israel Salas, William T. Purcell, Silas Arya Kev, Brandon Singletary, Marison K. Dawkins, Sumaya R. Higazi, Kathleen Marie Dugan Potter, Abigail Ann Shell, Isaac Adam Madera, Maya Lancy, Brooke Crowley Grattan, Kali Nikias, Gus Carroll, Daniela Ogren, Samantha Mafisa Salvador, Kavtar Banlek Bir, Eden El Fathi, Shania Bukoy Suarez, Abigail S. Cummings, Kelly Tran, Kajal Shrestha, Linnea Carmona Swisher, Abigail Marie Fonts, Sarah Raydell Feely, Bryn Claire Tremblay, Samantha Madison Beatty, Juliana Maldonado, Madison H. Nickerson, Jennifer Michelle Sindor, Ryan Christopher Glines, Armani de Jesus Moreta Diaz, Julie Wynn, Evelyn Arido, Ben Sullivan, Bridget Mary McHugh, Julieta Nivardemota, Erica Viviana Castrillon Herron, Layla Elizabeth Giordano, Elizabeth F. Crowley, Miranda Rose Cuddy, Colby Marie Atlas, Nina Diorio, Jack Aviard, Anthony Joseph Raleza, Alessandra Gloria Albano, Zoe Kendra Lawrence, Luke Anthony Farrar, Cameron Howard, Mateo Dildo Estrada, Carlos Pacheco, Armani L. Dure, Olivia May Dannenberg, Sophie Nagarajan, Zain Murad, Litzy M. Cardona, Auris Rosario, Samuel Gregory, Jonathan David Fisher, Ebony Oganemega Idama Ogagan, David James Morrissey, Emily Sarah Kavanaugh, Akina Gutierrez Jimenez, Jordanos Gebremichael Hishe, Olivia Stoller, Kelly H. Garish, Aliyah Cuevas, Adriana Marie Yancey, Matthew Rocha, Ian Keona May True, Rafaela Astudillo Balanzategui, Helena E. Almonte, Julia McElroy, Colleen Malley, Emily Menze, Esmeralda Nunez Hodges, Eric Andrew Simons, Austin Daniel Buzz L. Shane, J-Chel Casey Espiritu, Hao Yuan Shi, Doan Kan Chu, Mehek Singhal, Hemadri Vyas, John T. Lamb, Janelle Evans, Neville G. Richards, Samantha Ray Doucette, Julia Silveira dos Santos, Maria Chiara Pala, Lily Riley, Vivian Gonzalez, Kaylee Bobby Lazat, Colin Michael Mullane, Catherine Ray Rutherford, Sophia Grace Bailey, Elizabeth Danielle Batty, Isabella Angeline Slonka, Christopher Garcia Paguada, Jessica de Almeida Caraciol, Lillian Elizabeth Doyle, Eurice Gonsalves Semido, Lyris Alfred, Ashley Summer Willett, Julia Aquino Costa, Katia Sergeevna Shafranskaya, Samara Sheree Dibansa, Patrina Eugene, Pierre Destin, Jamina R. Francois, Alexandria Mia Williams, Charisma Ivelisse Baez, Yulisa Baez, Diana Posada,
Alejandro Chaparro,
Maria Fatima Bingoa Croxato, Gracelyn Downer, Aurelis Marid Flores, Angel Luis Torres, Madeline Elizabeth Vermette, Willa Amai Shanback, Erickson Paul Roges Claros, Elimari Roman Lima, Caroline V. Milam, Hannah L. Christian, Jamie Alexis Cook, Dietrich Maurice Lane III, Shane Edward Cudworth, Lucy Eliza Ann Rogers, Laura Melo dos Santos, Dennis Lemus, Alyssa McKenzie, Ronald Mauricio Argueta, Ollie Rose O'Keefe, Vivian Lee Russell Corbett, Devin Trayers, Kylie May Hanlon, Mariana Giselle Cuadrado, Natasha Ann Nurse, Brianna Haley Roberts, Martinette C. Evans, Marlon Rao da Peña, Amira Camilia Secat, Ariane T. Alexis, Ying Ying Chen, Eileen Marcela Toro Beltran, Sean Masavar Taheri, Alireza Rosati, Yu Wang, Holly Hong Han Win, Imani Rose, Ashley Brooke Totten, Joseph R. Habel, Bonet S. Swain Price Jr., Abdul Wahab Ahmed Al-Sagar, Daniel L. Childs, Janus Amadalon, Alyssa Jelen, Xiao Long Liu, Vida Staniovich, Eric Brian Donaldson, Isabella Luca,
Cyrus Sherrington,
Sophie Catherine Roy, Emily Pearl, Alyssa Lapori, Ashley Rose Lapori, Alexis Rose Ramirez, Larissa Oliveira Gervasio, Sophia De Pina, Melina G. D'Souza, Caroline T. Wynn, Sharon Desmarat, Demetrius Leslie Patterson, Maria R. Pedel, Lucia Mora, Ashley Wynn, Solomon Jonah Spencer, Giovanna Carvalho do Carmo, Rachel Power Stapleton, Evelise Afonso Guides, Sophia Duan, Alex Peterson, Kayleen Nino Dennis, Maximilian Corrado Gabolis, Alexa Liz Torres, Deepika Karki, Damari Sky Rayner,
Nia Marie Govan.
Jedediah Von Groff, Leah Isabel Ellis, Justin Nyameke Menla, Tamira Carvalho,
Michelle Alayon.
James T. Versoy, Rebecca Lynn Cravello, Caitlin Lee Tran, Alexis Michelle Hoylett, Leilani Miranda Correa, Caitlin E. Ellison, Carolina Shostek, Odette Dalute Abu Zaid, Kiran E. O'Reilly, Jesslaine Augustave, Yves Maël Pierre-Louis, Jasvoni Rollins, Paul A. Massop, Jada Michelle Sterling, Jahara Angel Kelly, Liz Marie Tavares de la Cruz, Nathan J. Slate, Margaret Catherine Stone, Lauren C. Brown, Antonia Elena Coate, Lane Joseph Carte, Richard Costigan, Fabiola Alexandra Miranda Ruiz, Elizabeth Corella, Christine Luciana Mosby, Shane Brown, Delini Correa Souza, Ailish Olmsted, Elise Rocha, Madison Louise Lamone, Liliana Greta Simons, Suren Simonian, Catherine Asuncion Santana, Amira Lucas, Odo Elian Carrasquillo Cruz, Arleni Ramirez, Bianca Pichardo, Brandon Derek Hector, Charlie Shu, Abraham Bravo, Alyssa Diaz,
Para Sharam Shahi.
Rita Marie Irons, Aaliyah Dominguez, Mateus Love Corey Cromarty, Eleanor Liberty Sears, Harmony Isabel Diaz, Marissa Mallory McAvoy Govea, Isabella Payares Quintana, Victoria Lima, Zachary Michael Yaffe, Brian Joseph Hasha Santos, Sohalia Maria Bouaziz, Rashad Aliyev, Anthony William Marini, Putu Rian Srinathan Prawira, Joshua Patrick Devlin, Avishai Lorenzo Lasses, John Richard Bonfiglioli, Michael Christopher Joseph, Brant Maynard, Shona A. Maxwell, Laisha Christina Hartford, Liliana Moray Kraft, Marlene Marina Esteban Dumi, Arisbel Ramirez Guerrero, Jelitza G. Romero, Mila J. S. Diaz, Grilby Santos, Sheila Lopez, Juliana V. Nunez, Tiana Marie Ortega, Jennifer Pimentel Colon, Elias Adler, Helena Isabel Mason, Mariam Shahade, Asli Nurgulench Qureshi, Nadesha Martinez, Aaron Bahari, Rita George Haddad, Francisco Alejandro Arias Bello, Jairel Carillas, Ariana S. Chan, Riley Jane Mannion, Lauren Ashley Amaro, Minaya Haji Bayova, Susan Eliani Martinez, Gianna Pisapia, Joshua Mario Flores, Nathaniel Elijah Ruiz, Sophia Anna Adams, Joseph Robert Muse, Alexei Coyne, Eva Hermione Barringer, John Robert Aruda, Stephen T. Leo, Enrique Silva, Belisa Chavan, Marcos de los Santos Jaques, Emily A. Mercanti, Sophia Rose Couto, Laura Ann Kittredge, Sabrina Marie Femino, Daniel Kennedy, Yelena Hernandez Bonilla, Shelley Rose Calver, Brittany Mota, Kelsey Nicole Cruz, Jason Yip, Arlen Lagaria Lifshitz, Adeline Zaprianova Vidolaba, Fatumat Dabinta Sanne, Mateos Mohais, Thomas James Burke, June Simone Eccles, Daniel Kamen, Sky Ann Nunez, Ryan Patrick Donovan, Eric Hobson Anderson, Colin James Purdy, Anthony J. DaCosta, Christopher Flanagan, Yashar Khalil, Una Sarah Bryan, Connor Driscoll, Mia Faye Scott, Connor William Babcock Gillis, Soon B. Kwan, Maya J. Quiton Ackles, Ellie Huynh, Nathaniel Jordan Ireland, Joseph Linehan, Maliha Dina Seos Diolio, Marlicia Leiter, Zora Lynn Hart, Jaylin Roseau, Amrita Balakrishnan, Srinidhi Nataraj Ankina Katti, Leah Ferreira, Sara Botelho Ribeiro, Bree Gray Odleifson, Chi Wong, Georgia Elizabeth Hauber, Amy Mai, Kyle A. Cheer, Nicole Yvette Carmona Martinez, Yancy Yamilex Mijeda Pineda, Candace Faith Wilkerson, Atiana Grulon Lopez, Zainab Rahmoun, Kathleen Oliver, Francesca Desaugust, Jayla Luz Bennett, Morgan Elizabeth de Grazia, Daniel Enrique Sanchez Miranda, Aidan B. Pohl, Liam A. Campbell, Nicole Elizabeth Rodriguez Rivas, Caden Amaris Perkins, Imani Stephen Watley, Veronica Cristina Fernandez da Costa, Sumaya Jaren Orni, Gabriel Arujo Fagundes, Stefka Sami Lubin, Bridget Gaffey, Julia Jin, Rukia Farheen, Kayla Marie Jackson, Sibela J. Jensen, Niari Yu King, Daphne Blanc, Matania Yahya, Richard Michael Lincoln, Martin M. Ryan, Joey Randy Orellana, Margaret Dorothy O'Shea, Camila Lopez, Natalie Knyazeva, Abraham Jolles, Hetvi Savalia, Erica Justine Inga Kievska, Linnea Kimball, Mary E. Brown, Ivana Dalai Valdez Tavares, Florencia Fioli, Valentina Valderrama Perez, Janaea Andrea Black, Imari Louise Blackman, Vanessa L. Musa Adamo, Yoselin Y. Garcia Ramirez, Ariana Lisette Perez, Edison Alexander Landaverde, Chung Chung Yu, Lok Yu Yu, Hai Wen Tan, Juliet Anik Josiatis, Tree Men Win, Robert Lewis, Aline Glisney Ross, Huda Haiti, Han Al Bachawati, Keelan Riley Bridget Finn, Julie Von Tungelen, William Robert Fleming, Gianna Faith Palumbo, Leslie Vega, Gavin Michael Tobias, Alejandro Gomez Catano, Ebony Paul, Grace Elizabeth Early, Janelle Rivera, Omar Singh Hate, Sharon Abaduni, Jacoby Bertaki, Ali A. Hussein,
Marissa Bernadette Crowley.
Will Dean Siv please rise and receive the graduates from the College of Science and Mathematics? Graduates, after your name is read, please return to your seat.
Carolina Isabel Ferrer Angulo.
Aiden Lei Fung, Madangi Celia, Fior Daliza Pena, Kutenda Faith Mavududu, Talida Leila Fermi, Rina Harshad Patel, Tiana Marie Docanto, Ariana Peguero, Abigail Babajide, Aya Al-Habiba Baba, Mohammed Amin Baramdani, Hajar Jauni, Tanvi Mahesh Mittal Prajapati, Zeel Nitin Rina Rajaguru, Aryan Ramesh Sutaria, Abhishek Sharma, Azan Beg, Suchit Achut Raj Pachigola, Emad El Faki, Alexis Gutierrez, Angelina Jean Mazzoni, Emily Marie Hansen, Bridget A. Bennett, Erica T. Wynn, Amina Rayan El Tobji, Jules Wisel Pokam, Muhammad Al Awal Omoniyi Ajegbe, Olahirame Esther Famous, Elnor Bashir, Yajahira M. Ortega Sedeno, Gabrielua Abebe, Omosiko Emmanuel Aswen, Eitayo Ibukun Folorunso, Sara Naji, Nadia Ahmed Shaban, Taulen Walid El Qasim, Menora Frejust, Nikioli M. Soto, Javine Scott Corpuz,
J. June Lee.
Luis Martel Joseph, Breno Silva da Torre Goncalves, Ibrahim Mosa, Youssef Salam, Luisa De Lazari, Esmeralda Yenera Magana Martinez, Anika Patil, Brian Romero, Cheyenne Atarian, Wilson Yip, Anyuolua Ruth Adeniyi, Calamar del Rosario Alonso, Blake Nathaniel Moody, Mir Anaf Ali, Mohammad Ghazi Sabsabi, Muhammad Moiz Amjad, Brenda Antonia Tejeda Baez,
Janie Sanchez.
Caitlin Rose Wilkinson, Samantha Mejia, Timothy Michael Costa, Lorraine Dio, Jacob Hayarde Pulido, Sawyer Blaze Bowerman, Edward Joshua Guybor, Eva Lacette, Jeffrey Wu, Robinson Alberto Sanchez, Eric Arjean Williamson, Duxing Chow, Robert Ling, Sarah Ann Regan, Jana Catherine Fawcett, Ahmad El Tom, Patrick Sainato, Jason Kit Liang, Ivan Hong, Mark Abi Zaid Dao, Cameron R. Bruscino, Joshua Gomez Barros, Faja Berry, Sonny Lee, Andres Felipe Castano, Jacob Ischenko, Thomas H. Yee, Jason Liu, Lauren Jane Dupa, Carlos Ureta, Mohammed Kushnud, Brandy Gomes, Brendan Gomes, Aya Jolly, Kyle Rogers McCarthy, Catherine Ann Mauricio, Heidi Lynn Freitas, Miyoko Chloe Leota, Yolanda Exilian, Sam Saha, Janesh Pankaj Kumar Patel, Cassandra Victoria Puse, Sakshi Rupa Ketty, Victor Miles Mulvihill, Colin Peter Horan, Luke Sean Riley, Thomas Krachin, Joseph Cuevas, Rhiannon Lee Lacayer, Nishant Saini, Jason Conrad Yanulis, Alexa Ramirez Meza, Diana Rivas, Jasia Sichter, Colby Jack Tilton, Joshua E. Gonzalez, Amen Al-Zayim, Luz Esquivel Corrado, Brandon R. Cisco, Sagarika Koirala, Alexandra Gunina, Vaishnav Manoj, Jonathan Chimera, Ali Dia, Hagop Kecha Jian, Ayub Warad, Amna Wahid, Asia Firas Vahora, Abraham de Baby Jetta Chow, Samuel Damon, Brian Ngan, Vaibhav Saini, Dylan S. Sohi, Ahmad S. Hassan, Nu Tam Vo, Anika Negi, Andy Fu Huyen, Jason Courtois, Mohammed Galal, Clayton Tang, Nicole Nogueira Lima, Frandejka F. Jumo, Jasleen Kaur, Mariah Nicole Everett Ortiz, Ana Patricia Figueiredo Perez, Elvis Osvaldo Guerra, Prashit Gurung, Saul Morano, Georgi Karazanashvili, Rukia Omar, Sophia Cherkawi, Jadiya Amina Sharian, Benjamin Hellman, Benjamin Resso Martins, Nathaniel Want Silvera, Cameron I. Dixon, Evanson Charles, Connor Michael Finnegan, Charles John Quigley, Michael Marrero, Clark Linus Olenbush, Ari Majid Sian, Amin Jelak, Jack Mortson, Jude J. Curtis, Mark Louise Flores Eng, Manuela Tobon Montoya, Ranu Khatri, Sequoia C. Smith, Jordan D. Zahn, Edwin Francois, Adam Coretta, Andrew James Newman, Oluwafon Milayo Ojo, Gladys Kubalita Ramirez, Ashley Chizoba Nwadiki, Amanda Guerra Montenegro, Sean Reardon, Dario Ripal Nehal Patel, Brandon Huang Saunders, Imran Kasser Rashid, Farid Chad Nayif Abdul Samad, Melanie Sagastumi, Eben Ezer Jean Jules, Melvin Peterson Wiltshire, Samuel Darius, Gabrielle Aronchik, Marilisa Teresa Garabedian, Sarah Liu, Cameron K. Pampucha, Stella D. Pampucha, Johnny Chan, Margulan Maksut, Dimitro Anikusco, Dennis Wong, Haley A. Mercado, Nicholas Martin Ferroli, Daniel G. Henderson, Jossie Roberto Buruka, Sania Ayachet, Apurva Prabhu, Deepika, Priya Shri Sinha, Isabella Alaka, Olsen Di Dolowevsky Shodolor Sherry, Francisco Ming Treeview, Kaylee Page Gilbert, Samantha Caju, Lara Hennon, Lauren K. Brown, Brian DeLeon, Isabella Greenstein, Joan Marion Gale, Liam Michael Willis, Caden Michael Rainimi, Stephanie Benavides, Riani Pires Ribeiro, Jaylene Gomes, Christopher Michael Morrill, Felix Hine, Donnie Lee, Oscar Eliud Barrera Ramos, Brandon David Martinez, Ramon Barea, Hilda Alejandra Ramirez, Al-Yaman Al-Saad, Howlin Sen, Truk Win Tan Bui, Emily M. O'Neill, Isabella Palacio Ramirez, Sheriel Joy Morrill Fielder, Chi Yu Lin, Scott Dale Omer, Edward Mark Mikolayevsky, Samuel Feinberg, Sidney Taylor Schmutz, Obrempong Kwabena Owusu Asante, Jason Edward Green, Karine DePestre,
Adonai Tange,
Yanyan Chen, Ellie Francis Lavelle, Brendan Garuzzi Borges, Gavin Paul Zola, Gildo Anthony Lumumba, Chidera Ashley Opara, Manly Jonah Gerard, Eugene Mpura Katuramu, Adan Duralis, Jason Mai, Edwin G., Martin Ronald Din, Chimaubim Brian Opara, Ramiz Gergis, Ashley Kelly Palmer, Ruby Joe Ackerman, Ladan Hassan, Kelly Grace Lachlan, Emma Mary Jane Spees, Vaidehi Patel, Maheen Patel, Prarthna Nilesh Patel, Hershil Karthik Patel, Cole N. Sakata, Cameron J. D'Entremont, Ribaz Kamal, Kamran Agayev, Abdel Rahman Al-Jurf, Calvin C. Halmoy, Tony Lee, Joshua Vo, Jason Hang Yao, Mohammed Nasser Marafi, Anderson Kai Fan, Jack Wynn, David M. Malone, David Calixte, Daniela Bugay Santana, Christopher Lara, Isaiah Andrade Barros, Srinal Sanjay Kumar Dave, Shreyans Naresh Kumar Alagiya, Suraj Cody Dasu, Shub Thomas Fernandez, Joshua Benoy, Rio Nagaki De Lazaro, Luis Lee Lee, Yezan Assad, Christian Ortiz, Eddie Reyes Morales, Jeremiah Lozius, Giovanni Henrique Cabral de Oliveira, Fabian Lee, Ernst Michel, Zimran D. Boedu, Zehan Shu, Haoran Yang, Calvin Chen, Alim Al-Zuhair, Dennis Halvax-Hugh, Nicholas Carbonell, Jason Evan Pruitt, Joanna Ran, Lucas Nascimento, Emily Wong, Monisha Pendetti, Rishabh Agarwal, Enrique Silva Barcelos, Renee Hope Broder, Apurva Maheshram, Dasani Nevea Crawford, William N. Truong, Parth Kanubai Patel, Divanj Sharma, Raghav Kalani, Manav Hitesh Kumar Joshi, Kerem Farzaliyev, Manik Sharma, Syed Taswar Mahboob, Vaibhav Pankaj Kumar Patel, Vikranta Sagar, Darren Landro Belizaire, Nicholas J. Chen, Hussein Watfa, Biban Jakimi Pearson, Kieran E. Quijano, Adil Mombe Njikam, Anja Braho, Arisa Braho, Zain Raza, Salma Bell White, Michelle A. Maduka, Kai Tian, Audrey Louise Doyle, Basil Murray, Vanessa Louise Marie Locke, Madison Rand, Andrea Palencia, Diana Herrera, Caroline Louise Dwyer, Caroline Leah Wong, Samantha Olivia Brescia, Brianna Scott, Logan Alexander Howard, Julia Dupere, Chris Kakuli, Michael Eminonye, Elizabeth Dominguez, Gabriel Borland, Sean Robert Hernan, Cam Loon Chung, Janji Lee, Jun Yao Fu, Dilnaz Haval Mohammed, Darya Ismail Balata, Mustafa Al-Kafaji, Melanie J. Zorija Aquino, Juliet C. Kirker, Jennifer Gerges Melhem, Laurie Lapointe, Marwa Masood Chaudhry, Mohammad Qasim Masood, MD Saeem Talukder Abir, Tony Pham, Stephen Huang, Joseph Din, Sandy Guan, Nikki T. Fan, Menhel N. Almurani, Kayla Hoyland, Jaslyn A. Jimenez, Isabella Selva Neto, Ronnie Domi, Edward Humberto Palacios, Andres Marzan, Kylie Hua Cormack, Huang Fook Van, Nilla Morrigan, Kevin Oliva, Andrew Mendez de Franca, Jillian Riendo, Megan Lenamarie Goby, Danny Pick, Wanser Zogbe Zlan, Ava Elizabeth Lee Robinson, Scarlett Taveras Guzman, Manpriya Pabla, Brooke Elizabeth Joyce, Parvona Abdurakhmanova, Omar Amjad Tayyun, Deanna Husseini, Mohammed Al-Alami, Malak Al-Alami, Gulsum Ahmed, Maxim Danilishin, Alexandra Gigi Cholak, Shirley Sabine Bierkatz, Shayan Ahmed, Dylan B. Cakebread, Annika Day, Allison Rose Torres, David Matthias, Desmond T. Lee, Tyler Fong Win, Ezequiel B. Cordero, Francis Dominic Olarte Alcos, Jonathan J. Romero, Kosai Ismail El Wazir, Toby Win Koo, Luke Wu, Kyle C. Galacia, Osamvoni Nathaniel I. Mule, Luis Ricardo Barges de Lima, Brittany E. Aqua, Shubrit Kaur, Eric Alberto Estrada, Fanny Panagiota Kaisari,
Li Hang Zhao,
Dario Brandao Lopez, Brianna Shrestha, Sophia Pandolfi, Hua Sun, Tong Lee, Matthew Neil Lucosi, Dennis M. Lee, Jonathan Wandwasan Temias, Rian Ferrari, Walid El Maluki, Ahmed Al Tahir Hassan, Tyler Angus Edward, Quinn Flanagan, Karsten Jonas, Marina Elaine Zurita, Ariam Solomon, Gaira Anayela Ismael, Hemanat S. Coricho, Diana Trung Du, Emily N. Lai, Gibam Choi, Jae-Hut Singh, Brandon Hugh Dang, Bruce Lang, Zeke R. Penn, Peter Penn, Olivia Mose, Abigail Thompson, Allison Claire Babineau, Brianna V. Legua, Johnny N. Vo, Kevin Lynn, Orlando de Andrade Alves Jr., Carlos Caguana Loja, Jackson Nesson Perna, Jennifer Samantha Meng, Kim Tien Din, Shuva Barua, Ashi Ashwin Mehta, Andy Lynn DeBona, Victoria R. Reginaldo, Yara M. Sukar, William Fenkauser Martinez, Azam Emir Johnson, Athanasios Karipis, Niranjan Harish, Michael Ryan, Mike Jose Hernandez, Kylie Ham, Cedric Jean-Louis, Amy May, Olga Jika, Angelica Angulo Calderon, Parth Patel, Tran M. Hun, Sering Bhutia, Zijia Wu, Vanessa F.A. Amanyi, Jessica Grant Ezeronier, Valerie Noma Okoro, Kristen E. France, Kushdeep Kaur, Mayara Whitney Ryland, Stephanie Nicole Montano Zavala, Julissa Gudiel de Paz, Sophia Lamb, Nicolic Kimon Brown, Alina D. Charles, Rehan H. Mahama, Franklin Marcelino, Demetrios Lekopoulos, Kareem Shaquan Brathwaite, Andy Francisco, Rainier T. Fernandez, Michael C. Broccoli, Hajar Benouari, Charles Esdale, Hamza Y. Boutrique, Eduarda Ferreira Erdi, Gail A. Umbale, Tasneem Anowar, Lourdes Garcia Castillo, Wanyang Chung, Julissa Defoe, Hemwati Ramcharan, Ivan Ganeto de Oliveira, Jessica Cortez, Davis Robert Jordan, Derek Roger de la Rosa, Nu Van, Kimberly Soto, Aline Ferreira, Eileen Ferreira, Harrison Clark, Xiao Wu Zheng, Lana Denise Johnson, Musi G. Odie, Stephen W. Joe, Loretta O. Ajiman, Julia Ajocha Mokam, Yosef Hassan, Muhammad Z. Khan, Aidan Dial, Christelle G. St. Louis, Keslin Diogene Jean-Baptiste, Harinder Singh Heer, Gaurav M. Rai, Cora Ajong Nkangu, Olivia Anyaka Fawong, Fobai Bamuku,
We now conclude the undergraduate portion of the 58th commencement. Graduates, we're so proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2026.
We will now begin the academic recession. Please remain in your seats until after the Chancellor's Party and faculty recess. Students will then recess. Marshals Alexiak and Ferrer Muniz, please take your places. Would the trustees and Chancellor's Party members please rise and follow the marshals off the stage?
Graduates and their families and friends, after the faculty have recessed, the graduates will recess. A pleasant rest of the day to you all. Congratulations, class of 2026.